Hi, I'm Nicole and I'm here with the video for the produce for NFS for this week. So we've got a couple of new things and a couple of things that you guys are familiar with. So we'll start with the things you're familiar with. We have oranges again. Glad to still be able to get these. These are so fresh and fragrant and intensely flavored. There is a recipe, if you didn't see it, on the NFS that I shared that uses oranges and radishes. So if your fridge is full of root crops like radishes and you're not quite sure how to use them, I highly recommend you try roasting them. Radishes work phenomenal, either roasted or butter braised, basically cooked, because what happens is they lose that peppery bite and they're just very soft and tender and have an almost potato-like quality to them. So we do have radishes this week. We have Easter radishes, and they're called that because of all the pretty colors. They look like Easter eggs. We also have Japanese turnips again, and we had these a couple of weeks ago and they were really popular and they have not been available since then, so I was really glad to be able to get some more of these for you guys. So these are Japanese turnips. These are great roasted. You can grate them and use them like in a hash, and you can also just wash them and slice them and eat them raw or chop them up and put them in your salads. They're great always. We have sweet potatoes again. Now, if you don't know, sweet potatoes are phenomenal to make noodles with. So this is one of my favorite kitchen tools. This is a spiralizer, and you can make noodles with sweet potatoes and just roast them in the oven or slightly saute them, and you have a grain-free noodle version. So if you don't have a spiralizer, then I will put a link to my favorite spiralizer in the comments so you guys know where I got mine. Mine is about 8 years old now, and it gets used quite often, and it's held up phenomenal. It's totally worth every penny I put into it, and it's really not that expensive. So, okay, what else do we have? We have greens. Now these are in those green sacks that I packed for you guys. So these are just a salad blend that's already been put together for you. This has not been bleach washed. A lot of the greens that you get from the grocery store are bleach washed. They're dipped in bleach baths. And they do that to make the vegetables last longer because it kills, you know, anything that's on them. But these haven't been. So I really encourage you to keep an eye on them. They'll probably be the first thing that you'll want to eat if you want to eat the produce in terms of being able to eat the freshest, least shelf stable. This is probably the least shelf stable. So these greens are great for salad. And again, add your radishes, add your turnips. You could even add some cilantro. I really like a little bit of cilantro in salad. Cilantro and orange together make a really great base for a dressing, but we have cilantro. So here is a little trick I learned let me show you guys something. When you're doing cilantro, the best, easiest way is to run it under the water and rinse it, and then you'll see that the stems come up this far, and then you start getting a bunch of leaves. So take and hold it down, and then just basically grate the cilantro right off. I'll cut the rest. Okay, now we have all these leaves with just a little bit of stem that needs to be picked out. And then you have this chunk of stem that has just a little bit of leaf. Now this is great for making a pureed salad dressing. So take this and throw it in your blender with some avocado and a little bit of yogurt, olive oil, lemon juice, and puree it, and it makes a phenomenal cilantro lime salad dressing. And then you've got this you can put in your salad or use to garnish. I love tortilla soup with fresh cilantro, and oh my gosh, you guys, I wish you could smell it. So fragrant, it's awesome. So okay, so we got cilantro. We have oyster mushrooms. These are organic oyster mushrooms. Now an oyster mushroom is a mushroom that you're gonna wanna cook, so it's not really, it's very strong flavored to be eaten raw, but it's great for cooking. So you've got oyster mushrooms. Hold on, what? Yes. My little 4-year-old's asking me questions. And then we have golden beets this time. These are so beautiful. These have a milder, lighter flavor than your traditional red beet. So I'm excited to hear what you guys think about these. And they're just so pretty. Let's see if we can cut into one real quick. Check that Your beet greens, again, are edible. In fact, they're great. They're a delicacy. A lot of restaurants and stores have them as their own item that you would purchase or cook or buy. And then we have dinosaur kale. This is a type of kale, and if you don't know, this is the very best kale for making kale chips. So you can do them in the dehydrator or in the oven on low, and these are great for kale chips. If you don't want to do kale chips, they're great for sauteing and just eating for dinner. We have some romaine lettuce, and oh, one last thing I wanted to tell you guys. So I know you're probably like me, when you get your produce, you're all excited. You got to dig through the box and see what's in there. I know I do that, even though I pick it out as soon as I am bringing it home. So here's a little trick that I do for our family that will probably help you also. Remember, any time that you buy something that has the greens attached, you want to separate them. So you're doing this because the greens and the roots will last longer both if they're separate than if they're together. If they're together, then what happens is the roots take nutrients from the greens, and then they get all, I mean the other way around, the greens take nutrients from the roots, and then the roots get all soft and don't last as long. So what I do is I go ahead and separate them out like we've been doing, but then I just go ahead and wash these greens all together and chop them up roughly and throw them in a Ziploc bag. And when you do that, Christina, stop. When you do that, you'll have them ready to saute anytime when you're in the middle of making dinner. So I think that's about it for this week. Thanks so much, and let me know what your favorite item from this week's box is.